All right, good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Myers. I'm the statewide disaster recovery coordinator at the New Mexico Economic Development Department. You have tuned into the live streaming of the weekly resource wrap up. We know everyone's really busy. It's a great way to listen and get up to date on all the recovery, business, and community resources in under 15 minutes. We're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and now Twitter. So let's go ahead and get started. I actually have a special guest today. We've got Dawn, the regional manager at WESST. She's going to talk to you a little bit about her initiatives and some programs, and I'll go ahead and transition it to you, Dawn.
Hi, thank you. Again, my name is Dawn Feka. I'm the regional manager for the West Farmington Women's Business Center, and thank you for having me today. We're so excited to be able to share with your audience the resources and services that we have available through our women's business centers here in New Mexico. We have 6 regional centers that small business owners, entrepreneurs, or existing businesses can connect with through training, consultation, and microlending. So Farmington is one of those women's business centers. We serve the Northwest area as well as the Navajo Nation. We have the Santa Fe office. They are a women's business center serving many counties in the northern area. They have a lot under their belt. And then we have our Roswell office that serves the eastern side of the county, and Las Cruces, who serves the southern part of the county. We do have a business center in Hobbs that was newly opened last year. So we're so excited that there is some resources there as well. And then we have our Albuquerque office and our Rio Rancho that serves the central area of the state. So anyone who has a passion to start and grow a business, we welcome you through our doors. We do serve women, people of color, and low-income individuals as our target focus groups. But however, anybody can come through our doors and we will provide services to them. So we have training. Tons of training on our website. So please check out our website at WESST. That's 2 S's, WESST.org. And there's lots of COVID training, lots of recovery training to help businesses that are still struggling in the pandemic right now. We have some great training on QuickBooks, social media, marketing, business planning. So anything that you need, we have. Our one-on-one consultations are at no cost at this time. So please take advantage of that while you can and connect with us either in person or virtually. We have that option as well too. And then our micro lending program. We have an awesome lending program through our organization. WEST does an amazing job working with people that are non-bankable. That is our primary target source. So if you have problems with your credit, we don't deny or approve a loan because of credit history or credit score. Sorry, we look at credit history more so as the reasoning, as well as people that have issues with collateral, because not everybody can come up with $20,000 in collateral to secure a loan. And so we work with those clients to help them secure collateral to get the loan. The nice thing about our loan program is that they are very helpful in terms of helping people secure credit scores that may not be desirable. So we have an amazing credit counselor on our WEST staff who is nationally certified. And so she's able to work with people one-on-one to help build their credit, personal credit, as well as their business credit as well too. So that's a service that we don't really publish that much or talk about, but it is something that is available. So that's kind of it, WEST in a nutshell. So we are home for entrepreneurs and small business owners.
Thank you so much, Dawn. I use you guys all the time, and when I just don't know where to go, I kind of ping you guys and say help. So I can say that they're great to work with. So I'll go ahead and start with our weekly wrap up. Dawn, you can feel free to stay, or you can go whatever you'd like.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dawn. So this is the actual email that you get for the resource wrap up. I know we've gone through this a couple times, but just the structure of it, you can look at previous ones. You can look at the pre-recorded live stream if you missed a couple of weeks, or if you want to look at something specific. And then also you can read our newsletters as well. Once again, we are highlighting the governor's initiatives at freecollegenm.org. It's to help educate New Mexicans, help them through school, either part-time or full-time. If you'd like to sign up to get updates on the anything happening with this program or initiatives, or let your support, just click on this freecollegenm.org. And then this section, if you're listening in, then you know about our live stream. We're currently live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And once again, another link for any pre-recorded ones that you may have missed. There's a lot going on in the Economic Development Department. On the left-hand side are events and news. I mentioned last time we're currently looking for a funded program coordinator, grants coordinator, and then New Mexico Healthy Food Financing is looking for a fund manager. And so these, I believe that the deadline is approaching probably this week. So if you're interested, you need to get on it as quickly as possible. We also have another a request for interest, this SSBCI. We are also I'm going to go flip down over here. We have an overview. So if you are interested in SSBCI or applying for it, just don't want to know what it is, we're going to have a webinar on Valentine's Day at 10:30 a.m. to talk about if you're interested in maybe applying for this, what the criteria is. So if you're interested, plan on attending this event. To going back up here real quickly, we have the Economy Task Force and Advisory Council meetings that are coming up. And just a reminder that these council and task force, they're responsible for updating our state plan. And so they're meeting on a monthly basis, I believe. So if you'd like to just listen in or maybe have some comments or questions at the end, you can click on this link and attend as well. So I'll just keep going on the events. We have New Mexico Main Street is having their virtual winter conference. It's happening the 23rd and the 24th at 1 p.m. It's 1 to 5 daily. They got lots of speakers. I looked at the agenda. It looks fabulous. So if you're interested, you can click on there and you can attend. You can sign up and attend. We also have our Northeastern New Mexico Virtual Business Finance Fair. This is to connect businesses with entrepreneurs and financial institutions. I'll talk more about that a little bit later on. And then just to recap, New Mexico Main Street also has their year-end reports that if you're interested in, you can click on there. So let's go back real quickly. We have some articles. A lot of it's legislative, state and federal. There's lots of changes happening. You know, some cities are changing their LEAD policy. The counties that okayed some of the economic development funds. So a lot of different initiatives going on. And we also have some national news as well. On the recovery resource side, just a reminder, this is not a new program, but it's a very important program. And I just want to make sure that everybody's aware of it. There's the Small Business Recovery Loan Fund. The Mexico Finance Authority administers it, and you can get a loan for up to $150,000 for a very low interest of 1.625% for 10 years. Very favorable terms. The deadline that it's for any business that's just been impacted by COVID and you're struggling with financing, please apply for this program. The deadline is May 31st. We also have a new program, this American Rescue Plan Data Evidence Dashboard. This highlights how local governments are investing their ARPA funds, including assessing and using data and tracking. They'll be updating the information as state, local, and tribal investments are being released. So if you're interested in looking at what the government's doing with all this money, you can click on there and get more information. We also have another funding opportunity. This evaluate ongoing long-term impacts of COVID-19 focused specifically on governmental, local, state, federal, and tribal. And there's two specific areas that they are looking at. They're food, nutrition security, and housing security. So that deadline is April 7th if you're interested. We have some grants coming up, National Association for Latino Community Asset Builders. There's two cohorts of grants. There's one for planning grant that's $40,000 to create equitable development action plans. And then we have a grant for implementation grants for $25,000 for implementation grants. And they're only going to award about 12 grants for a 12-month period. So if you're interested, that you need to apply for that as early next week is the deadline on Valentine's Day again. We also have another Building a Better America fact sheet. This provides available funding for cities, towns, and municipalities across dozens of new and existing programs. Here you can find available information on key programs, include links to agencies, websites, application timing, and description. So those are all the different new programs under the recovery. So a couple have been from last time, but now we're going to switch gears to the business resources. New Mexico Taxation and Revenue have some really great tools that are been launched to help make it easier for businesses to comply with the destination source rules for gross receipts tax reporting. So one of the tools is an applications API or application program interface that can integrate into your website or e-commerce site and automatically match the street address with the gross receipts tax rate based on location codes. There's also another web-based will allow user to upload bulk files of addresses, and that'll match to the codes for the gross receipts tax. So very cool. This will really help you alleviate some of the paperwork that's you may have some questions about. If you're registering for the first time, they have this great video on how to set up your account. So you just click on there and it's a video tutorial as well. I also wanted to mention Ready NM. It's this great website, and there's a lot of business support on this website. So if you're a business and you're interested in hiring incentives, or you need assistance hiring, or if you want to start an apprenticeship program or get any COVID updates, you can just click on this link. It'll directly tell you about the different programs that are available, any assistance, any help with these initiatives. You can also call this 800 number. It's manned Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 p.m., and you can ask questions with a live person. So that's a great resource, and I highly recommend all businesses kind of peruse that to see what's available, because there's quite a bit. We also have a free promotion of Black-owned businesses. This is to promote a free promotion of Black-owned startups and businesses in the Albuquerque area on that Saturday show. Filming can be done at your place of business or the center's studio. So if you're interested, please email or call this number here. And then we talked about that last time. So I told you that I wanted to talk about the Business Finance Fair. It's going to be in the Northeastern region. It is February 24th from noon to 1:30. So the whole point of the event is to connect businesses with financial institutions and connect them with viable projects for funding. So if you're a business owner looking for financing, or you're a lending institution that can offer great services, please contact me and we can get you registered, or just click on here and it'll take you directly to the link. Some new stuff for this finance fair. We have 2 new features. So if you're a lender and you cannot make the 24th event, you can contact me directly and I can record that event, put it in a video, and I can put it live during the webinar. I will give you a sneak peek of our Business Finance Finder. It's a way to connect, again, business resources with to financial institutions, and it's an online platform. And so I will be showing that off on the 24th event. So please attend if you are in the Northeastern region or you cover that area. So now we're going to delve into community resources. Their Department of Information Technology developed a local broadband planning guide. So if you are a community that's looking into that, you can click on the link here and it's a kind of a phased approach for that. There's also a funding opportunity to develop a watershed group, complete watershed restoration planning activities, and design watershed management projects. So that deadline for that is just March 31st. There's a tribal technical assistance program available. It's to assist with the local technical assistance program, and that deadline is March 25th. We also, there's a government-wide list offering easy access to energy communities applying to fund infrastructure, environmental remediation, job creation, and community revitalization efforts. So if you're interested in that, just click on the link and it'll take you directly to the website. And there's also some grant opportunities for disabled veterans and disabled members of the armed forces. So the grants are eligible to adaptive sports entities to plan, develop, and manage implementation programs to provide sports activities for veterans and members of the armed forces with disabilities. So you have to be a non-governmental entity, and that deadline is April 1st. So a lot of these different programs we talked about last couple of weeks. So if you're interested, you can either look at the previous recording, or you can just click on the email as well. And of course, we always keep everything up for a couple of weeks. So if you want to go back, just click on the link provided and it'll take you directly to those initiatives. And again, they're recovery resources, business resources, and community resources. A lot of these events we talked about last time, they're kind of in the March area, but this week we got Small Business Big Moment and Reinvent Capital Products. And we also have another initiative for rural areas in rural America. We also have our ongoing webinars as well. And then our SCORE has some on-demand. And we also have pre-recorded from last time. I think we added this economic development overview updates on programs and resources. So if you missed that, you can click on there and go directly to the YouTube recording. And with that, that is kind of your weekly resource wrap-up, quick live stream. If you have any questions or anything, you can always give me, email me directly, or you can go on our website or connect us in any different way. So with that, you guys have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you next week.